Good morning. This is Hire It Done. My name's Adam Helfman. What a great hour we got coming up. This is the home improvement radio show that teaches you, the homeowner, how to fix, repair, or remodel everything within the four corners of your lot. Remember, I'm not a do-it-yourselfer. However, I'm not anti-do-it-yourself. I'm just a guy that likes to hire a contractor. And I want to be smart, right? So don't do it yourself. Hire it done. And doesn't mean we're better. I'm not anti-do-it-yourself. Remember, just pro-do-it-for-me. But if you're thinking of home improvement, my show is a great asset for you because the questions we want you to ask, the contractors, the pros that we have for you, help you reduce your home improvement risk. And in studio this morning, we have some great contractors. One of them is a good friend of mine who actually is not even a contractor. You're a developer, builder, board director of all kinds of stuff. Jeff Sakwa, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
How are you, my friend?
Good to be back in the motor.
Right?
Yeah.
Did your Florida stint, now you're home?
I'm home, loving every second of it.
Well, welcome back. Welcome back. We've got Greg Grapsidis from The Landscaper and other companies too. Good morning, Greg.
Good morning, Adam.
How are you, my friend?
I'm feeling fluffy this morning. Had my Dunkin' Donuts and ready to go. Oh, yeah.
Munchkins?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Can you pound? How many can you pound down in one sitting?
No, I'm not going to give up that answer, Adam. I'm going to say I eat a couple.
Here's the deal. I can't finish 4 or 5 of them, and I order 25 every time.
Yeah. It's kind of like pizza. I can only eat 2 slices.
Really? Well, there you go. So it's mid-April, and you're in the landscaping and waterproofing business. Let's talk about landscaping real quick. Tell me what the outlook for 2024 is.
Busy. We're geared up, already started working. We've got all kinds of jobs on the books. We're looking to take on a couple more for the summer, and things are looking great.
Loving that. Well, that's good to hear. What do you think is the popular landscaping job this year?
Brick paver refreshing. You know, everybody's got their old brick pavers that were installed 10, 15, 20, 30 years ago. Everybody wants something different, freshen them up, clean them up, sealing.
Is that expensive?
It's not expensive. It's what you need to do to make
What
your house
about
look
natural, like privacy walls and stuff
Yeah, we do all that. Yeah, arborvitaes. We don't do fencing.
Yeah, but
we got a fence guy though.
Oh, you do? Yeah. I need a fence guy.
Yeah, we got a fence
Hire
guy.
It Done needs a fence guy.
Yeah, we got a fence guy.
Maybe you can help me with that.
Okay.
Yeah, you never know.
No, not at all.
We'll get that for you.
We'll talk about that.
Yeah, well, that's good. And my friend Jeff, Oakland Schools Education Foundation.
Yes, sir.
So tell the audience who's listening right now a little bit about that.
Well, if you live in Oakland County, you may or may not be aware there's 4, we call them technical campuses, where they teach the students all the different trades, med tech, auto tech. Students that may not want to go to college still can go to college, but these jobs are waiting there. I'm sure your friend sitting next to you is always looking for new labor. Horticulture is one of their trades as well. So it's very, very important. We have jobs ready to go, and what's even more important, they pay real good money.
Yeah.
And we all see on TV, you go into debt when you go to college. So
right,
and I'm not knocking college. God knows I wasted my 4 years, but
let me tell you something. If I knew what I knew now about college, I would have never sent my son to USC. Yeah. Never.
You'd have much nicer landscaping in your house.
Yeah. My house has been paid off by then. But literally, because you know what? Look, it's for some people. I think college literally is to party, have fun, mature a little bit, and then enter the real world.
That's a fact. I mean,
it could be, right? Go green. Right?
Yeah.
Hey, well, it is what it is. So, Greg, how long has the landscaper been in business?
Been in business for about 25 years.
Wow.
Long time.
That's right. It's been time flies when you have fun.
Been doing this for a long time.
I love that. Good for you, man. Congratulations. You know 96% of all contractors fail within the first 5 years?
Well, that's because, like you talk about, there's pros, there's contractors, and there's pros. And there's a big difference between the two. Yeah,
well, that's why Hire It Done has the pros.
Right.
We like that. 248-539-9797. If you have a question Google can't answer, you want to ask a landscaping question or more about the Oakland Schools Education Foundation, Jeff Sakwa in studio to help educate and bring that out to people, because we need to open up and get the word out for schools that are training young adults to get into the trades, because in the heating and cooling business, I learned this yesterday, for every 10 heating and cooling contractor or professionals that retire, only 1 comes into the industry.
Huh.
Yeah. So that we need to flush that in. And by the way, if you're a heating cooling guy, landscaper, plumber, electrician, you're making big money. You could be driving a Corvette from Jay Feldman,
I'm sure
right?
Jay appreciates that.
Well, he's got a couple of boats on order.
Yeah.
Right. So, Greg, planning a job today, you have good labor because your guys know you pay them well and you're organized and you've got things going. But you can only handle so much work too.
Yeah, there's only so much, we can do. Infrastructure, the way we're set up, we can handle what we can handle. We don't like to take on too much work because we want to make sure the quality of the work that we are doing is good. We don't want to speed through it. So, yeah, you walk that fine line between taking on too many customers and having enough work.
It's interesting that you say that because a lot of contractors don't know how to say no. My dad, when I was younger, he said, listen, you have to learn to say no. And I'm like, what do you mean? He goes, everybody else wants to just say, yes, we can do that. Yeah, I'll take care of that. Yeah, we can do that. Yeah, no problem. He says,
Like the opposite of dating.
Right. Learn to say no.
Yeah.
And go for the no. It's not easy. I mean, Jeff, you're in the development, but you're a developer. You have, you're like a connector.
Well, sometimes you got to learn to turn down deals, right?
Yeah.
You take on too many deals, you get in trouble. So
Right.
Yeah.
So do you have any deals where Greg can do the landscaping of an entrance in one of your developments?
Absolutely.
See, we'll make
a friend of yours, a friend of mine.
Yeah, there you go. By the way, he does really, really good work.
I have no doubt.
Yeah.
I've never referred me anybody that comes close to being other than perfect.
Oh,
That's
you
a
had to use
fact.
that.
Yeah.
By the way, Jeff Sacqua, a longtime friend of mine, but he's the only other person in Metro Detroit that bought one of the toilets that I'm in love with.
And when I sold my place, I think it was a selling factor.
It could have been, right?
100%.
Jeff and I share what we call the Numi, the Kohler Numi.
Okay.
It's the heated seat,
Uh-huh.
the exhaust fan, the dryer, it wipes you.
Yeah.
It
Everything,
plays
huh?
Bluetooth music
Uh-huh.
and heats your feet.
If it could cook, I wouldn't leave.
It even
Better than
lets
any
you-
woman you've ever met.
It even gives you Facebook. All right, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, the landscaper, Oakland Schools Education Foundation, and more fun with Hire It Done. We'll be right back. Welcome back. This is Hire It Done. My name's Adam Helfman. Two great, amazing individuals in the studio right now. Greg Grapsidis from The Landscaper and Best Waterproofing.
Correct.
I love that. You got so busy with landscaping, and waterproofing seems like just a nice add-on because people call you. And I used to send you business all the time for yard drainage.
Yep. Yes. So what happened? I mean, we done waterproofing for 25 years. I started off doing waterproofing when I was in high school, and we've gotten, I think the other companies out here have gotten so greedy that, you know, our prices kind of stayed fair.
Yeah.
And we've put together a system that is way better than anybody's system. I hate to brag, and with all the rain, with everything, we're busy. We're busy, Adam. So we had to spin off a new division
called the best
waterproofing.
So if someone needs have water in their basement or we want to have an inspection, or that you can take care of.
We can take care of anything.
How do they get a hold of you?
They can right now still call 888 hire TLS. Where in the next 2 weeks we'll have a best website up.
Yeah, we'll put it all out there for you.
Yep.
So 888 hire TLS. TLS stands for The Landscaper, and the best waterproofing is part of that. You know, waterproofing is a tough business. It's
really
not
tough.
easy.
It's really messy.
Yeah,
it's
is
really tough. We set good expectations for the customers. You know, a lot of companies will come in and say, we're not going to make a mess. It's not going to be loud. It's going to be messy. It's going to be loud. It's going to be dusty. We've addressed all those issues, Adam. We've taken care of all those issues. So we give the customers the best experience they can have. There's always our employees are trained on the, to take care of the job. And if there's ever a problem, you can always contact the supervisor or an owner, and we'll take care of the problem.
That's one of the things I really respect about your company is because you're customer focused, and you know the homeowners brag about you. I see it all the time, so it's good to see that you take that approach.
Well, so we set the right expectations, and if there is a problem, which there's always problems. Let's be for real. There's always something's going to come up. There's always something unforeseen that you can't control, that nobody can control. It's the way you take care of that situation when it pops up, and I think we do a pretty good job of it.
That's interesting. Don't forget today's shout out Saturday, 248-539-9797. Text us if you're a contractor, essential worker, police, fire. If you have a question Google can't answer, 248-539-9797. Easy to text, no problems. You want to say something nice to me, you can text me that as well. Jeff Sacwa in studio. So Jeff, you're, Oakland Schools Education Foundation. You have a fundraiser coming up. Let's talk about it.
A big fundraiser. Well, as we all know, NFL draft coming to the Motor, and we have a big fundraiser coming to the soundboard at the Motor City Casino with the great Frank Caliendo, one of the best impressionists of all time, and he's going to do a show for us. We're going to raise money to help give the student scholarships, and we're geeked about it. We have a lot of athletes that are going to be there, a lot of ex-athletes going to be there. I don't know if I consider myself an ex-athlete or not, but I just scored the winning basket in 6th grade. So
did you?
Yeah, never forget it.
I was the 8th grade.
About it. Yeah,
I was the 8th grade spelling bee champ.
Yeah. Well, tickets are on sale at Ticketmaster.com. Frank Caliendo. It's going to be a tremendous night. We're going to lead off the entire NFL draft week at our event. And,
what day is it again?
We're pumped. April 24th. And yes, I got a couple tickets for you. Special tickets for you.
Front
Adam.
row?
Pardon
VIP,
me?
front row, or anything like that?
Well, you don't want to be in the front row at any show. That's just ego stuff. You want to be able to see and hear, not have to crane your neck. I'm looking out for you.
You know what?
Okay.
It comes with age.
Yeah.
I need to mature a little bit. I think you're right. You're right.
Yeah.
So I'll just tell
you know
the
what happens
girls
to everybody in the
I'm
front row? Everybody says, "Oh, we can't say it on the air."
right.
Yeah.
Syndrome.
Yeah.
We get you.
Yeah.
Greg, you want to go see Frank Caliendo?
Sure, let's go.
We'll take Sergeant Pete.
There you go.
Shout out to the boys, which is always a good thing. Love the show. Tell Greg if he ever needs a tree guy, give us a call. Vlad, Michigan Tree Works.
Perfect. We're always looking for, for a good
hire
tree guy.
888 hire TLS is the number to get a hold of Greg. Let's talk about your system of waterproofing, Greg. You know, everyone says we have the best, we're the best, we're the best. I think the best waterproofing job, and you always know that I say this.
One that's installed properly.
Yeah, the one that's installed properly. So water comes into a basement. You got a porch, you got a driveway on the side, you got a deck on the back. It's hard to do waterproofing from the outside, even though that's the ideal way to do it. Get the water before it comes in. Now the water's coming through the wall. You got to manage it. you come in, you guys have all that going on, right?
So we have a management system. All the inside systems do not technically waterproof your basement. We reroute the water and manage it so it doesn't get all over your basement floor and cause havoc. Our system, we've got, I think, one of the top volume flowing pipes in the industry. We have the best sump pump backup combination. Wi-Fi goes right to your phone, tells you if it's your amps are shooting up, tells you if a plug circuit is not powered. It's got a 5-year warranty, 2 years more than any of the best pumps out there. Our trained staff, our cleanup, our follow-up, from unhooking your washer and dryer to hooking it back up.
Yeah, I was going to ask that. What about all the debris in the basement and all the schmutz that's everywhere? Do you move it away from the walls for everyone?
We'll move it away from the walls. We'll cover it up. We'll take your washer and dryer off. We'll take your a lot of companies will come in and say, well, we got to move your hot water heater. The job's going to take 3 days. What do I do with no hot water for 3 days?
Right.
We have our licensed plumber come in. He temps your hot water tank up. He'll temp he'll temp your washer and dryer up.
You do more than that's interesting.
How can you not have hot water for 2-3 days?
When a homeowner says, I don't want it that dirty, can you explain to them, how do you explain to the homeowner that you're breaking up concrete in the basement? You're pulling them upstairs, walking upstairs with buckets full of debris.
We've got in our literature a step-by-step explaining every process from when the homeowner calls us till the next year when we call you back to make sure everything's okay, and it explains everything from A to Z and in between. Again, it's all about the customer experience. We want to set great expectations. We want to give you a great job. We want to take care of your problem. And at the end of the day, we want you to call Best Waterproofing for all of your needs.
Oh, that's why I like that. Now, is it expensive waterproofing?
We are below what the average big company charges, our pricing. Okay. And I think we give a better product, better service, all that kind of stuff. I mean, one of the ways, that we try to mitigate some of the dirt, dust, we put air scrubbers in the basement. I don't think any companies do that.
Can you tell the listeners what an air scrubber is?
An air scrubber is basically a huge filter that circulates air while we're working. It collects all the dust, debris. Your basement's probably going to maybe end up cleaner than it was before we got there. And then once we get done with that, we have a crew that actually comes in and kind of vacuums up, dusts up, cleans up, gets everything out of your basement. And again, we leave it in better condition than it was when we got there most of the time.
The last job that you did that I went and saw was like you couldn't even tell you were there. Homeowner was super happy. Yeah. And you know what? It was raining the night before, and she's like, nothing came in. It was super cool. Yeah. So we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we have the landscaper. We've got Best Waterproofing and Jeff Sacwa from the Oakland Schools Education Foundation with Frank Caliendo as the guest. We'll be right back. Welcome back. This is Hire It Done. My name's Adam Helfman. We're having a great show this morning. Don't forget it's Shout Out Saturday, 248-539-9797. Shout out to Christina who's listening. She's on her way to the gym. Go for it. Christina in the house. It's Salt Sale Saturday, don't forget. Beauchamp Water Treatment Solutions has Duracube 40-pound bags for $6.99. Go to the King of Water. He'll help you out as well. In studio, Jeff Sakwa from the Oakland Schools Education Foundation and Greg Grapsidis from Best Waterproofing. So, Jeff, we have Frank Caliendo coming as a charity event during the draft. What night is it again? The 24th.
It's April 24th.
Okay.
It's going to kick off. We call it the pre-draft laugh.
The pre-draft. Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
He is hilarious.
He's awesome.
So how did he start? He was on Jimmy Kimmel. Where was he starting from?
I think he started on a show called it was a takeoff of Saturday Night Live. It was Mad TV. Mad TV.
Yeah, because he does a lot of impersonations.
Yes, he does a ton of impersonations.
But he's funny.
And a lot of sports impersonations. He can do anybody. And he, if you talk to him on the side, he'll tell you just takes the same voice and goes high or low. It's a totally new person. So
I love that.
Yeah.
Do you know what a palindrome is?
The palindrome, sure.
Yeah. It's frontwards and backwards.
Yeah.
So 424-24.
Yeah.
Backwards is 424-24.
You know what, Adam? You're always thinking.
I know.
Yeah.
Just weird facts.
Huh?
You are.
I know.
Yeah.
Judge Wapner's on.
We're going to have
it.
all kinds of, some people in town for the draft. Yeah, so we're expecting some major people, but I'm not allowed to say their names.
Is packing. We had surprise guests.
Oh, yeah. Surprise guests.
Surprise celebrity. Come on.
Well,
everyone's
we're not allowed to say because they're just coming there to enjoy themselves. But
right. I understand.
be obnoxious, ask them for a picture. What the hell you have the phone for? You know?
Right. What do
Yeah.
they care?
Yeah.
If
And by
you're
the
a
way,
celebrity, you should be able to.
I didn't give you the biggest part of the show.
Do tell.
emceed by
You.
the legendary Mike Stone. From
Stoney?
right here. Yep, right here.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, well, I want to see him then. All right, he's good. I like him a lot. So, Greg, it rained recently. Greg owns Best Landscaping and the Landscaper, or Best Waterproofing. Excuse me. It rained lately. What's a homeowner? Let's give the homeowner a few tips. First of all, if water is puddling on their foundation outside, or when it comes in the house, what should we be looking for?
So you want to get the water away from your house, right? Make sure your gutters are hooked up. Make sure
your neighbor's house.
Exactly. That's got to go somewhere, right? You're going to check your basement. Water's probably not going to come into your basement for a day or two or three. By the time it gets through the soil, we've had a lot of rain lately. It's seeping down into the soil, down next to your house. It's going to find its way into the smallest cracks. Hydrostatic pressure is very powerful, and eventually it's going to make its way into your basement. And at that point, you need to call somebody to take a look at it. Once you call us, you give us a call. We'll set up an appointment. We'll come out. We'll
Is it a free estimate?
free consultation. We don't call them estimates.
How
we call
soon?
them consultations.
If it rains and it's water,
You like
if
that?
it rains,
You like that one,
right?
Everybody's got a shtick.
Listen, free is my favorite product.
Right.
Okay, it's in the culture.
Yes, it is.
So, Greg, if someone calls you like on a Monday and there's water in their basement and they're freaking out, how soon can you get out there usually?
So we can get out. Our estimate might be within 5 days.
Okay.
Well, we can send somebody out to take care of the water in the
Dry it
basement.
out really
Yeah,
quick?
Dry it out.
That's it.
mitigate,
Okay, so
clean
you
it up.
will, because
Yes.
if you're a homeowner, by the way, and you have homeowners insurance, one of the requirements for a homeowner is if you have a water loss, a fire, anything that happens to your house, part of your responsibility as an owner or a homeowner is that you must mitigate your damages. What that means is you have to make an attempt to stop the water, clean the water up, and prevent future damage. Call Greg from Best Waterproofing if you have a water loss in the basement, and he'll come and suck the water out while he gives you an estimate
Clean
to
everything
clean it
up. We'll get everything cleaned up for you. Kind of an emergency service there, and then what we'll do is we'll give you a plan moving forward. We'll and set you up with the best scenario for your issue.
Consulting.
Exactly.
It's consulting. Hey, what can
Exactly. We're going to analyze your problem, and we're like a doctor. You go to the doctor, he's not giving you an estimate; he's consulting.
And you give him a prescription.
my
you want to write a
doctor-
prescription?
My
Your
doctor
doctor
gives me
gives
an
you an
estimate.
estimate.
You should see his house.
You need waterproofing.
He'll find things to charge the insurance company for. That's for sure.
Exactly.
Oh my God. So Jeff, you don't live in a house anymore. You did forever. You have a nice condo, but you always still need work done.
I'll never lose you for a friend, buddy.
Well, you used Hire It Done, so you're happy.
Several times. By the way, Adam,
Yeah.
First of all, they're clean, they're efficient, they're on time, and they're loyal, and some become your friend. I mean, you look out for each other.
Yeah.
I mean, good work. You pass the word around, right?
Your check will be ready after the show.
No, it's them, not you. It's them, not, you just give the
I'm good at
referral.
picking them.
Huh?
I'm good at picking. You know who's
Very
good at picking them?
them.
Is
Huh?
Ricky.
Pardon me?
Ricky's good at picking the contractors.
He can pick.
He picks the pros, not the contractors.
He's a great picker.
And he's good at follow through.
He's the pick master.
Yes, he is. He definitely is. So, Greg, waterproofing. One of the things that I like about that you're a landscaper and now you do waterproofing, it's such a good match. You know, sometimes we have the basement guys who remodel basements and they get in the waterproofing business. I understand that. But a landscaper, I have sent you so many projects that the people say, after it rains, I have this puddle in my backyard. I have all this water from the neighbor coming to me. I call you up, you call the homeowner up, and they call me up and goes, Adam, he did a French drain, he did this, Now it rains, there's nothing. I love it. But sometimes the water goes into the basement.
So that's part of the service, you know, and being in the landscaping industry, being in the waterproofing industry, concrete, we kind of have we understand how all those go together, and we understand that, hey, if the dirt by your house is down and you don't have proper pitch and drainage, well, the water's going to go into your basement. Let's try to first get the water away from your house. If you're still having a problem, then we'll address the next issue. And we'll give you a solution that works best for you.
Well, that's the way it should be, and I appreciate that. 248-539-9797. You have a question Google can't answer. We're here. Give us a shout or a try. If you're an essential worker, police, fire, contractor, or just a great listener, you want to get a shout out this morning because it's always shout out Saturday. Text us 248-539-9797. Greg Grabsidis from Best Waterproofing. You need basement waterproofing. After it rains, you know what happens. And by the way, if you don't take care of the water, then you get like biohazards.
Then you're getting mold, mildew. Yeah, you're getting your basement's, you know, it's
the
unhealthy.
schmutz.
It gets unhealthy at that point.
Nobody wants that schmutz.
Then the move sign goes in front of the house.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I mean, so we didn't talk about crawl space encapsulation. You want to get your crawl space. Crawl spaces have the same problem as basements do. You might
you can clean up crawl spaces, right?
Yes, you might need a sump pump in your crawl space. Drainage in your crawl space, and then we encapsulate it and get that area completely free of mold, mildew,
right? It's smart.
Humidity.
So you do crawl space encapsulation.
Yes, crawl space encapsulation. We also do egress windows.
Oh, you do egress.
Yes.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so what's an egress in the basement? Yeah, go. What does an egress window cost today?
It depends on the window you pick.
Okay.
How deep your basement is. There's a lot of factors.
But 7,500 around.
They
Right
range
around
from 5,000 to 10,000, let's say, depending on, again, the window, the well you pick, how deep your basement, if you got a 10-foot basement or if you got a 5-foot basement.
Yeah.
If you pick, a plastic well, if you pick a decorative well, if you pick a contractor grade window, or you pick a...
Okay, so there's so many choices.
There's a lot of choices.
If I call you, if a homeowner calls you, you can help them through
we
that
give
decision
them,
process.
for the egress windows, we give them good, better, best.
I have a question for you.
Sure, shoot.
So when you're doing the well windows,
Yeah.
you're often dealing times with the wife or the husband. Do they do it together? What's the percentage?
So that's a touchy subject there. It depends. Like sometimes the wife will call, the husband makes a decision. Other times the husband calls and the wife makes a decision.
The husband just cares about the money. You know that.
Yeah, the
and
husband
when the
does.
wife cares what it looks like.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, you know what? The home improvement business has evolved. It really is. Today, I'm going to say this. If you're a homeowner and you have one of the other significant others want to make the decision, I say it's okay. There are contractors who say, we're not coming to your house till you're both there.
Yes,
I don't have a problem with just coming with one or the other. This society today and the way the world is, take your time. You want it done right. That's the way it should go. It's efficient, but some contractors are like, no, if you're not both there, I'm not going to waste my time.
I think it's a matter sometimes one of them doesn't have the patience to go through the whole.
Doesn't even, yeah, right. Yeah. Sometimes the husband will say, or the wife, vice versa, will say, hey, just get it done. Let me know when you get the proposal. Yeah. Let me know what it's going to be, and then we'll go over it, and then let's call him and talk to him about it.
I think females in the household gather the information and make most of the decisions. I believe that.
They run the world, trust me. They run the world, yeah.
Well, that's exactly it. Do you do outdoor lighting?
No, we don't.
So, have you ever heard of JAG lighting?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So Jerry Goldberg. You know Jerry Goldberg?
No.
Jag. He
I wonder if he wants to buy tickets to the event on April 24th.
For the fundraiser.
How much are the tickets?
$50.
That's it?
Plus the Ticketmaster fee, which is another $50. No, it's not.
It's right. That's funny.
It's a great value, and we'll consult with you on the tickets. We'll give you a
Free
consult
estimate.
with you.
Free estimate?
Yeah, free. Yeah.
Both homeowners have to be on the phone.
Ticketmaster has a solution if you want to buy them.
That's even better. All
Or
right,
if
we're
you
gonna
know
take a
me,
quick
call
break.
me.
Yeah. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we've got Jeff Sakwa and Greg Rapsidis in studio. My name's Adam Helfman. Don't forget, text us 248-539-9797. This is Hire It Done. We'll be right back. Welcome back. This is Hire It Done. My name's Adam Helfman. I want you to know that I have great guests in studio. Greg Rapsidis from Best Waterproofing. Good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome back.
Thank you, Adam.
And Jeff Sakwa from the Oakland Schools Education Foundation, who we have a fundraiser on 4/24/24.
April 24th.
Frank Caliendo. So tell us a little.
Pre-draft laugh.
Pre-draft laugh. So it's draft weekend downtown at the Soundboard.
Right.
That's a great venue for.
Awesome.
We've been there for the
Shout
fights.
out to Bill Bornstein, my dear friend, who's just amazing. Yeah.
Good guy.
Yeah. Good guy.
I think so.
Yeah.
So it's what time's that show start?
7:30.
And it's $50 a ticket.
$50 a ticket, and our opening act is former Piston bad boy, believe it or not, Rick Mahorn.
Is he a comedian?
Guarantee you the tallest comedian.
Right.
6'10".
Wow.
Yeah.
If
But
we
he wants to do stand up now. I'm not so sure how tall he's standing today, but he wants to do stand up, and he's going to do a great job.
Do you think he's still 6'10"?
I haven't seen Rick since I left for the winter. But
Bring him over for pizza.
Absolutely.
By the way, have you been over for pizza at my house?
I've been over for a pizza, huh?
Yeah.
You bet. You got some talent, young man.
We have the really good.
Yeah, the pizza oven, I know.
Yeah.
Right. Danny McBride.
Yeah, Danny's blowing up
Shout
my
out.
phone. Oh, yeah. He's jealous. He's like, why am I not there?
By the way, Danny McBride's like the surprise hit.
Oh,
of the roof
he's
resource.
best. He's the best.
Yeah, I got to be honest. I'm proud of him. Good guy. Here's the thing. I have a question for Greg. I've been looking online to get my basement waterproofed, and while searching online, where other companies put some kind of liner down the wall, do you guys do that? If so, is the liner additional protection? It looks nice, but is it truly functional?
So depending on your situation, if you have a block basement or poured walls, they put the liner up sometimes to capture some of that water that's seeping through your wall. We have a couple different options. If you go with a liner, make sure it's an antimicrobial liner. Make sure it's one of the better liners on the market. There's different grades of them. Some people like it. We call it the UFO look. Some people like it. Some people don't. We have other options if you don't like the liner.
My crawl space in my house is encapsulated.
Yeah.
And it's got that white.
So the
looks
white,
like TPO,
so on the crawl spaces, that's what we use.
and it's completely sealed. It looks cool.
Yeah.
But again, I had it done long time ago, and I'm happy with it. Completely happy with it. So, Greg, waterproofing. A sump pump where water goes into the basement, you got to put the water somewhere. So you run it into the sump crock.
So whether your house was built, whenever it was built, and they installed a sump pump and a crock into your house at the time it was built, or somebody came in and installed one after when you were having water issues, what it is just there's drains under your house, and all those drains from the outside of your house, from the inside of your house, they go into the sump pump crock. The crock is just a big basin, and you put your pump in there. Whether you have one pump, two pumps, three pumps, they all go into there. As soon as that crock fills up, that void fills with water, there's a float on the pump that activates, shoots all the water out. Either it's going out of your house, it's either going into your backyard, into a sewer somewhere.
But you also, because a lot of times the plumbers and waterproofers would just run the water up and out the sump and into the yard. You, because you're a landscaper, take the water all the way away, making sure.
We'll take it all the way away. We can, if you have a drain somewhere, a city drain, we'll tap into that. We'll get the proper permitting for that. We'll tap into that. And, again, it's you want to get your crock needs to be installed properly.
Yeah.
You have to have the right pumps in there. You need a good backup pump. I said the pump that we use, made here in Kalamazoo, Michigan.
Zoller?
No, not a Zoller.
I forgot it was in Michigan. Zoller's a Michigan one too.
Zoller might be. Ours it's called the Pit Boss.
Okay, is it brass? Do you know if it's brass on the pump? Because you got to have brass to last forever.
So it has a 5-year warranty.
Okay.
It has battery backup, Wi-Fi, comes to your phone, tells you if there's anything wrong.
Love it.
If you have a spike in your amps, it'll tell you. If your outlet that's your pump is plugged into goes out, it'll tell you. It tells you more than your wife will.
So if anybody wants to get a hold of you, whether landscaping or waterproofing, how do they get a hold of you?
Right now, you can get a hold of us at 888-HIRE-TLS. That's Hire the Landscaper, TLS, 888. In a couple weeks, we'll have a new number for Best Waterproofing.
Separate. Yeah, smart. Yeah. Well, I'll announce it on the show.
And it'll be on the website on Hire It Done.
Perfect, and more perfect. Well, that's awesome. So the sump pump, when you have water underneath the slab, because sometimes it comes from underneath, it creates a lot of hydrostatic pressure. When you take the sump crock, which is the black little rigid liner that goes into the ground, I've noticed like you guys have, you have holes drilled all the way around it. Is that so it takes away that pressure underneath the slab and allows the water to flow into the sump?
So there's water under your floor a lot of times and around your house. So with those holes in there strategically placed, they allow the water to drain so it doesn't come up and then over into the bigger holes where your 4-inch pipe is going into. We have pretty unique crocks. We have a see-through top. It's a clear top, so you can see what's going on in there. A lot of tops are not see-through, and you have to pull your top off to see if something's going on. We have a clear check valve, so you can make sure that your water's flowing properly. We give you, like I said, we've taken the best parts of the waterproofing system, and we've combined all of them to give you the best system in town.
That's why it's called Best.
Correct.
I like that.
Correct.
How's the business right now? Are you busy with that?
Well, it's been raining for 3 days, yeah.
So let me ask you this.
Sure.
Do you pray for rain?
Yeah.
Seriously.
Sometimes. Well, so I'm a boater too, so on the weekends I don't play for rain. During the week, sure.
Good, you're a selfish businessman. Very good.
It's the Belfort rain dance. So, Greg, let me ask you this. This is one of the things that I'm not 100% sure what the right answer is. I got a basement. It's leaking in one corner. I hear if you're leaking in one corner, still do all 4 corners. It's like a Brad tire. You only replace one tire, you do all 4 because it's the mileage. What is your professional opinion on if I only should waterproof the corner that's leaking or do the whole house and so it's forever done?
So this is going to be based on your particular situation. If you have an old basement, if we see signs that you may get leaks somewhere else, we're going to recommend you do the whole thing. If one corner is leaking and it's something that we can isolate, it's a crack, a poured wall, and it's a crack, we're going to fix that one crack. We're not going to go, but we want to make sure that not only do we correct the problem that you have today, we want to make sure we don't create another problem for tomorrow.
Okay.
So it's an individual.
What's the purpose? If you don't do it right.
Yeah.
And in a month.
The thing that we haven't talked about, Adam, is if you plan on finishing your basement.
Don't leave it. Yeah.
It's not a question of if your basement's going to leak. It's a question of when in Michigan.
Right.
So if you plan on finishing your basement, before you spend $20, $50, $100, $200,000 in your basement, give us a call. Let's get it waterproof. So once you put everything up, you're not, because that's one of the biggest things. We go to a customer's house, their basement's finished. Like, well, how do I do this? Well, we can't dig from the outside because you have structure. Right. We have to do it from the inside. So either we're taking your sunroom out or your garage, or we're taking the walls down that you put up in your.
I got a question.
Shoot.
What's the guarantee?
Lifetime guarantee, transferable.
It is okay.
Guarantee.
So does it add if you get your basement waterproofed and you list your house? Does it add value to the house?
I think so.
I would think any improvement would.
If it's a lifetime guarantee, you sell the house as a new homeowner, get the benefit of it.
Yes, it's transferable.
That's like more than one lifetime.
A lot of them are not, and you have to pay for the transferable warranty with other companies. With us,
you don't charge. No. That's important. People need to know that. And by the way, in home improvement, lifetime is considered 50 years. That's considered a lifetime. And how did I learn that? Because in the roofing business, as we all know, 50 years is what is considered a lifetime. And so, you've heard about the roof. Danny's in the roof resource.
Oh, of course.
Roof resource. Have you heard about the roof company that we
constantly?
Right.
Yeah. It's everywhere I go.
They're all over town.
Yeah.
Well, can't go anywhere without seeing them.
Well, no, I'm just saying because they're taking over the business. Yeah, they fixed roofing basically. TheRoofResource.com, in case anyone wants to know a roof at cost. But so Jeff,
don't want your roof to leak either, or your basement. You'll be drowned out of your house in no time.
Roof and basement, two most important things.
You'll be sending your kids to Goldfish Swim Studio.
Right?
Yeah.
I actually like that place.
I'm sure you do. They have kids there,
Yeah, well, I go.
That was wrong.
I like pizza. Let's keep it at that.
The moms.
Right. That's what I drive by there and look at all the minivans. I'm like, okay, now's the time to go check it out. If they're, SUVs and minivans, it's a good time to go.
Yeah.
It's the best way to do it. So, Jeff, on April 24th, pre-draft fun night.
No, pre-draft laugh.
The pre-draft laugh. What do I know?
Pre-draft laugh. It rhymes.
Right. Yeah. Thanks for coming on, my friend.
And by the way, we'll give you a lifetime guarantee of laughs.
Okay, there
Transferable.
it is.
As long as we're not in the first row.
Pardon me?
As long as we're not in the first row.
No first row.
Greg, Best Waterproofing, thanks for coming in.
Thanks for having
I'll
us.
talk to you again.
For sure.
All right, everyone, thank you for tuning in today. I appreciate you. I'm grateful as you all listen. My name's Adam Helfman. I'll see you all next week.